Central Bank Governor nominee Dr. Kamau Thugge says should Parliament give him the green light, his first course of action will be to stabilise the shilling against the dollar. Thugge, who was before Parliament's Finance and Planning Committee, also disclosed his net worth as 450 million shillings, tied in real estate properties and cash. Thugge also defended his involvement in the corruption case related to the Kimwarer and Arror Dams scandal, saying he is assisting the Director of Public Prosecutions as a state witness. Here's Faisal Ahmed with more on that story.
Dr. Kamau Thugge, do swear that the evidence I shall give.
After almost 5 years out in the cold, Dr. Kamau Thugge, a former long-serving Treasury technocrat, could soon be back in public service if the National Assembly's Finance and Planning Committee gives him the all-clear to serve as the next central bank governor. Thugge, who appeared before the committee, stated that his first course of action once he assumes office will be to stabilize the shilling against the dollar by issuing a dollar-denominated bond to free up dollars held up in bank accounts.
If we can get those Kenyans who are holding the dollars in the deposits to buy into it, because I'm sure the government can offer a better rate, then we'll have the possibility of actually increasing liquidity of dollars in the system, but also building up foreign exchange in the central bank, because ultimately, once the national treasury gets those dollars, they will sell them to the central bank and get the shilling equivalent.
Thugge further added that the CBK under his stewardship will focus on reducing the fiscal deficit, which was increased by borrowing to finance mega infrastructural projects and also increasing revenue mobilization by KRA to plug in the deficit.
The BPS and the budget that has been submitted to Parliament for next year calls for a reduction of the deficit to 4.1%. By 26-27, we expect that deficit to be actually below or around 3.5% of GDP. Yeah, if we follow this fiscal consolidation of reducing the fiscal deficit, then that is one way of addressing this high debt ratio and bring it back to 55%. Instead of 62, we go back to 55%.
On the Kimwarer and Arror Dams scandal, Thugge told the committee that the charges against him were dropped and that he is now a state witness working with the ODPP. Thugge was hounded out of office as Treasury Principal Secretary after being linked to a multi-billion shilling dam project corruption probe in 2019.
The DPP did look at the charges and dropped all the charges and terminated all the charges and made me a state witness. I believe the matter is still now in court.
The CBK governor nominee told the committee that his net value is 450 million shillings spread out on real estate investments, shares and cash in hand. Over his tenure as a public servant, Thugge stated that his most significant achievement was reducing the number of licenses required to set up a business in Kenya from 1,400 to 600, which significantly improved the ease of doing business in the country.
And we shall...
Faisal Ahmed, Citizen TV, Nairobi.